Hey guys, what's up? This is Bret. It is Monday, November 19th, 2012, and today I'm going to be showing you 5 things from this week's playlist and some new vinyl finds. So let's just get started. I got a lot to show you. First off, the first three are going to be CDs, because I do not have these on vinyl. Actually, I think 2 of them were never even released on vinyl. First one is Suede's second album, Dogman Star. Huge fan of this band. Phenomenal record, the second one. It was the last one that Bernard Butler played on before he left the band. And excellent tracks on here. The Wild One, such a great guitar intro on that one. Still Life, New Generation, excellent. So, great. Hoping they'll end up eventually reissuing the Suede albums on vinyl, because the originals are really expensive. Next one, I talk about this band a lot, one of my favorites. This is James, Pleased to Meet You. This came out in 2001, and this was actually their final album of before they split up. And of course they got back together, I think it was in 2008, and put out Hey Ma, which was just a phenomenal record. But if you look at the cover, I'll take this out of here so you can see the little close-up. The guy on the cover is actually an imaginary person, because what they did is they took all the faces from each guy in the band and they kind of blended them all together. And that's who's on the cover there. So it's not actually a band member. And this album is excellent. The track The Shining is great. Getting Away with It All Messed Up, incredible. English Beefcake has one of the most incredible repetitive vocal falsetto parts at the end that just continues, and I've gotten to see them do it live, and it is just it's breathtaking. And Tim Booth is one of the best frontmen in the music business, and with one of the most amazing voices. James, Pleased to Meet You. Hopefully I didn't say pleased to meet me earlier. I think pleased to meet you. Next one, we had some vibe session going on the Facebook channel a few days back with Anthony. What's up? And I posted this one. I bought this a couple summers ago in Seattle at a store called Sonic Boom when I was up there. And I saw it when back when it came out in '96, but I never bought it. And then I would never see it. So, and this is not available on vinyl. But this is Low, the band from Duluth, Minnesota, and this is the Transmission EP. It's titled after their cover of Joy Division's Transmission, which is like listening to the Joy Division song in slow motion. Really, really cool. It's a five-track EP put out on Vernon Yard Recordings, I think, which is a subsidiary of Virgin Records. If I am not mistaken, yeah, that's right. And yeah, very cool. Really happy to have this one. Yeah, for sure. All right, now this next listen was inspired after seeing Mike, Bostonian Reggie's video. He had it playing in the background, and then just this morning, Derek was showing it in his video, and I had to join in on this one because I have some stories to go along with this. Anyways, it's Steve Roach's Dreamtime Return. As you can see, it's still in the shrink. Interesting. My band Audra was actually label mates with Steve Roach, so I've met him on several occasions. First time we played together at a festival in Philadelphia at the Trocadero Theater back in 2002, and he actually was in the very next room at the hotel to me, and he was recording actually an album in the hotel room with a guy named Dirk, who goes by Vidna Amana, and they were recording an album while we were having a party next door, which was really funny, but a super cool guy. And then we did a show, I think it was shortly after that, in Tucson, where Steve Roach lives, and he came and he did sound for us, and that was really cool. And then I've seen him perform, I don't know, at least maybe 4 or 5 times And if you're not familiar with Steve Roach, really ambient. Sometimes the music is tribal, and then I actually was able. I think it was the end of 2003, early 2004. I actually got to record at his house, at his home studio. I was involved with a band project called Black Tape for a Blue Girl, and I had to do a bunch of on this album, Halo Star, and I think I sang 7 or 8 songs on that album and played guitar and bass, and I had to do vocals, and so this studio we used was at Steve Roach's house. So got to hang out there for a couple of days and record, and as I was leaving, I asked him if he had any records that that I could buy, and so he pulled this one out and gave it to me. And it's Dreamtime Return, and this is on Fontana Records. I think this came out in 88. Double LP. It's got the cool sleeves there with the ads on them, and this was actually West German pressing. So very cool. A very cool guy. I remember sitting on the couch listening to, he's like, you got to check this out, and we were sitting there on the couch, and he put on a Rammstein DVD, and we were sitting there watching the videos, and that was really cool. So anyways, cool guy. So super prolific. He has so many albums out, and if you're interested in checking him out, I mean, go to his website. There's a ton of stuff. So Steve Roach. Last thing I'm going to show you from this week's playlist is the Pixies, Trompe le Monde. This came out, I believe it was 93. I could be wrong. You guys can correct me if that's not right. But this was their final album. I mean, they've reunited in the 2000s and they've been touring, but they have not put out a new album yet. Maybe they put out a song or two. But this is a reissue. It's got the cool picture sleeve there and really 180 gram vinyl with the custom labels. Let me show you both sides of that. And actually, I really love this album. A lot of people aren't really into it, but I got to tell you, there's some of my favorite Pixies songs are actually on here. Specifically, "Bird Dream of the Olympus Mons," I think is just an excellent. And then "Planet of Sound," I mean, it's killer. So "Letter to Memphis," just lots of good stuff on there. So yeah, Pixies, Trompe le Monde on 4AD. All right, so let's get into some vinyl finds here. I'm going to show you off with a few, start off with a few promo 7-inches that I got at a record store here. First one is Lana Del Rey's new, she has an EP out called Paradise, which is extra tracks from her Born to Die album. And this is the one of the promo 7-inches for a track on that called Ride. If you look at her shirt, while it looks like Budweiser, it's actually Buttweiser, which I think is kind of funny. And the B-side is a remix of the track by that band Active Child or Musical Project. It's a cool little 7-inch. Happy to have this in my collection. I actually really like her album, and she just gets unfairly ripped on the internet just because, I don't know, apparently people think her lips are large or something, which is completely ridiculous to judge someone on that. So anyways, ridiculous. So Lana Del Rey, Ride. And the other one I picked up the other night as well, it was another promo, and this is Ellie Goulding. I know Sean, Shotgun Records, was showing this, I think the full album on Facebook. So this is a promo 7-inch of hers. I haven't listened to this yet, so I don't really know what she's like at all. But anyways, that's a couple 7-inches. Next thing, I picked this up a few weeks back, and I'm still kind of backlogged on showing you guys stuff. But I ran across it today as I was going through my stuff, and as you guys probably know, I really love cats, and Oingo Boingo, I got this. I do like Oingo Boingo, but I got this. I have to admit, I got this because of the rad cover of the cat on there. This is a 10-inch. This came out in 1980, and 10-inch records are really cool because you don't come across that many of them these days. And this is a 4-song EP: Only a Lad, Violent Love, Ain't This the Life, I'm So Bad. And this is on IRS, if I didn't mention that. It's got a little custom custom sleeve on there, and yeah, very cool. I'll show you the label on this one is pretty cool as well. International Record Syndicate Inc. All right, moving along. This next one I've had on CD for years, and I rarely ever last time I came across one, it was really beat up and I didn't want to buy it, but I guess maybe 4 years ago I came across a reissue of it and just didn't want to buy the reissue, so I happened to be at the record store and I saw 2 copies of this one. One was $8, one was $6. I pulled out the $8 one, looked kind of beat up. Pulled out the $6 one and it looked great, so I bought that one. Incredible album. Most likely this one will be getting a Friday on the Turntable feature in the future, just because it's such a great album. And that's Lou Reed's Berlin. This was his 3rd solo album. Came out back in 1973. Just really excellent. Jimmy, the Earl of Suave, talked about this one. I don't remember when it was, but he kind of told the story about the album and stuff, and it's just a really intense. I mean, when I was listening to it the other night, it was just kind of perfect listening. It was cold out, and it was late at night, and just the music and the lyrics and the content was just really intense. This is on RCA Victor. And it comes to, and I actually sit, and I don't really do this very often because I'm usually, I just like to sit and listen. But this one I followed along with the lyrics because it has a nice booklet with it in it, which you can follow along. And the lyrics to the first song, the first song, the title track Berlin, is on the front cover, and the final track is actually on the back cover. Now, some of the song, and like I said, I will be talking about this one in the future. One of my favorite songs of all time is Caroline Says Too, which is on here, and the song Sad Song, just phenomenal. Produced by Bob Ezrin, did Pink Floyd's The Wall, he did some Kiss albums, lots of stuff. Lou Reed Berlin. Happy to have that in my vinyl collection. This next one, I got this when I bought some records from a friend a few weeks back, and it's the Wonder Stuff, a British band called Hup. This came out in 1989 on Polydor, and the guy's name Miles. Is it Miles Hunt? I think it is. Yeah, Miles Hunt is the singer of the Wonder Stuff, and maybe it was about 5 years ago I got to do, it might not be that long ago, I got to do an acoustic show, and I opened for Miles Hunt and Wayne Hussey of the Mission, who was also in the Sisters of Mercy. But I got to do a acoustic show opening for those two guys. There was maybe 25 people there. It was really really cool. And at one point I was playing and I had my eyes closed and I looked up and Wayne Hussey was standing in front of me watching, so that was very cool. But yeah, Wonder Stuff. My friend Jesse and I were talking about how we never find any Violent Femmes records except for the first one, a reissue of that one, I think, and it's usually like expensive. So sure enough, found a gold stamp promo copy of Violent Femmes 3. Very cool. Bass player Brian Ritchie, is that his name? Yeah, phenomenal. It's great stuff. Another one I've had on CD for years, and I never come across a clean vinyl copy of until the other day, and that's the Rolling Stones, their Satanic Majesty's Request. This is a stereo one. I just love the artwork on this. I love the Brian Jones era Rolling Stones, and 2000 Man is one of my favorite Stones songs. There's a movie called Bottle Rocket that has a scene. Owen Wilson's in it, and Luke Wilson. There's just this scene. It's just crazy. And 2000 Man is the song that's going on when all this chaotic stuff is going, and it's just hilarious. And She's a Rainbow is just a phenomenal track. I'll show you the gatefold on this one. Just a beautiful, beautiful artwork on this one. And the inner sleeve is just excellent. Check that out. London Records. All right. All right, one more? Yeah, I got one more. On Saturday, I was at the store and I was talking to this guy that was standing next to me, and he was from Oklahoma. And we were talking about records, and he pulled this one out while he was in the C section, C's, and I was in the new arrivals, and he said, "Oh, do you have this one? Because you should really get it if you don't have it." And it's a band, obviously, I'm very familiar with, but I've never owned this one on CD or vinyl, even though I am familiar with it. But so pulled it out, and it was a little bit more than I wanted to spend on it. Well, it was under $15, but it's the first Clash album. I never see this one used, and when I do see it, it's always really expensive. Now, the unique thing about this one, as I got home, I realized, number one, first off, it's on 180 grams, so I knew it was some sort of a reissue. It's got the old CBS label, but as I looked closer, I saw that the sleeve actually had a tag on it that said that it was what it was, a reissue, 180 gram on Drastic Plastic, which is based out of Omaha. And when I looked it up when I got home, I realized that it was very limited. There was only, I think, 5,000 of these. And I think this reissue came out in 2010. Yeah, by Drastic Plastic. Yeah, so it's a limited edition of that one. So that was a good score. Very happy, listened to it immediately when I got home. Really, really enjoyed it. Just some really, really great stuff. I've been playing, for fun, I've been playing Rock the Casbah on bass, and it's just such a killer track. So anyways, yeah, The Clash. So I think that wraps it up. I think I covered everything I wanted to. So, happy Thanksgiving to everyone. I'll be back. I gotta decide if I'm gonna do a Friday on the turntable this week. It just depends how busy I am. But hopefully I'll be able to get one in. If not, I will talk to you guys next week. So thanks, guys. Happy Thanksgiving again. Have a good week. Bye.